They're in too deep. They're in too deep. People ask you, Nolly, what race are you? I say I'm black. I could say Nigerian. I could say I'm West African. You know what I mean? I could add all that in there, but realistically, no one cares. I'm black. But I'm not taking that away from nobody's genes, though. You be proud of your genes, but I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm black.
Like a lot of white women who want to get with black men, trying to achieve their light-skinned baby, who's like just the perfect amount of tan with the perfect amount of curls.
Yeah, like raise your hand if you've heard someone be like, oh my gosh, I would have such gorgeous mixed babies. Like, definitely heard that, and we're all.
Hey, if y'all wanna, hey, white women. I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, if y'all trying to like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I mean, I'm not gonna argue. Like, I'm not mad. Like, all right, let's get into this though. Do all multiracial people think the same? Jubilee spectrum. You know how we do it. Top link in the description of the video. I'm not a multiracial person. I'm just super black, but I don't think nothing's wrong with being multiracial if you are. I just want to put that out there real quick.
What's up, good humans? I'm so excited because
nothing's
we just
wrong
dropped
with
a
it
human good collection called
at
Service
all.
Level. I'm wearing one of the shirts. It's literally the most comfortable thing in the world. You have to go to humangoodla.com to check out all the rest of the shirts and everything else that we have on there, but we're selling out like lightning fast. So you have to go right now, literally right now.
I do use the N-word, but I only say it when I'm around fellow black people, so my friends or my family who are black.
She's in too deep. Off rip, she's in too deep. It's never that serious. I promise we don't care that much. Can we make it a 2024 to like really like this whole N-word thing is starting to get old, bro. We've been doing this since what? 2000 and what? 14, 15? We've been doing this for too long, bro. Let's just end it. It's been going on for way too long.
But at the same time, I'm like, I don't look black, so when it comes out of my mouth, they're like, whoa.
We've been doing it for too long. Like, it's to the point where it's like, why are we still talking about this?
You're mixed race, correct?
You agree?
Yes, sir. I am mixed with African and Asian. I am more Asian than black.
Okay.
My dad was from El Salvador, and my mom is half Japanese, half Jewish.
Fire.
My ethnicity is Filipino and black. I do feel.
And she's scared to say the N-word. Bro, you're Filipino and black. I promise you, I don't care. And if you weren't, I still don't care. But at the end of the day, like,
my mother is white and my dad is Iranian. All throughout high school, I just pretended I was white because I looked very white.
I am half Chinese, half Russian Jewish. I never really connected to either side, just somewhere in the middle.
My mom is Jamaican and my dad is Australian. Being mixed race is a race, so I don't feel like I want to have to pick.
They're in too deep. They're in too deep. People ask you, Nolly, what race are you? I say I'm black. I could say Nigerian. I could say I'm West African. You know what I mean? I could add all that in there, but realistically, no one cares. I'm black. But I'm not taking that away from nobody's genes, though. You be proud of your genes, but I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm black.
2, 1, go.
People be trying to claim stuff because they're 5%. I'm 5% Irish.
As a mixed black person, a lot of people are like, oh my God, like you're like light skinned, you look so nice. Like you don't look like all the other ghetto girls. And I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? That's my aunt. Like,
exactly.
On first dates, most of the time people be like, oh, no wonder.
At the end of the day, we are human people just trying to separate facts.
No wonder you're so gorgeous. And I'm just like, ugh. I don't love that reaction.
I've always found like it's like just an awkward thing to bring up in conversation because there's like all the memes where like people are like, oh, did you know like I'm mixed or whatever, and it's like bringing it up in like the natural flow of conversation is always kind of weird.
I need to see these memes.
Have you not seen like the Logic memes where he's like, oh, I'm biracial, and it's like, you haven't seen
No!
He's just always bringing up how he's like half black, and that's like what the meme is.
Yeah, that's another thing. People, I feel like people care too much though. Like I don't really talk race when I'm with people. Like I'm talking to the person. How does us talking about race even come into this discussion? You know, yo, the weather's real nice outside. Oh, you know I'm half white.
Not say the N-word.
How does that happen?
I just don't. It just doesn't flow out right. But like for my Asian side, obviously I can call my like fellow girlies chinks and stuff. But like obviously if someone else said that, you get the fist.
I agree. I do use the N-word, but I only say it when I'm around fellow black people, so my friends or my
Fellow
family who
black
are black.
people.
But at the same time,
Crazy.
I'm like, I don't look black, so when it comes out of my mouth, they're like, whoa.
I try my best to only use the N-word around like my black friends just because it creates this like weird air when I'm with like white people. It's a slippery slope that I don't like to go down.
Probably makes them really uncomfortable.
And it actually, like, more than you think, it's not even uncomfortable. A lot of them think it's really
In a relevant
cool,
conversation,
and
I
then
agree.
Some people will feel...
First off, and the whole white people are nervous to say it, this and that, I promise you they don't care, and they say it behind closed doors all the time. And I still don't care. And the reason I know this is because y'all put it in the air so much. Of course they're gonna say it. Y'all make it such a big controversy to not say it, and to say it, like, they're gonna say it regardless, so it doesn't really matter, bro. It don't matter what's done in public, because people gonna act how they want to when they alone. Plus, it's really a word, and I don't care. Now, like, if you put an ER behind that, and you try to, like, belittle, okay. Now I might have to find you on the block and do something to you. But if you, yo, what's good, I might look at you crazy, but I'm not gonna say nothing to you. I'm like, oh, okay. But I ain't gonna say nothing. ER, yeah, ER is wild. If I hear ER, then it's, yeah.
entitled to do that, and then you just don't want to have that conversation.
That was me with my Asian friends. And
Yeah.
It's like a lot of Asian people like to go into black culture sometimes,
Yes.
I
Black
did
culture.
get into a little bit of an altercation in high school for calling white people colonists. That was the thing. And people were like, that's a racial slur. I don't think it is.
That
and
is not a racial slur.
Personally, I don't feel comfortable using any slurs. If I haven't heard those slurs towards me, then maybe I am not in a position to reclaim them.
How you pass is more important than your actual race.
What?
3, 2.
How you pass is more important than the actual race? I must say, I'm gonna be in the neutral line, because I don't know.
In America today, walking down the street, it matters what you look like. People are gonna judge you based on the race that they perceive you to be. When I walk down the street, people
That's
aren't
true.
gonna look at me the same way as they look at someone who's perceived as black. And so I just wanna like really acknowledge the reality of that.
I wouldn't disagree with you at all, but at the same time, I think the most important thing is just how you grew up. Someone that has a black parent that doesn't appear black, they were still raised by a black person. They still like everything that their parents' experience is passed down to them, whether it's through story or just through actions.
I'm actually
That's
gonna
fair.
move over to this
That's a
line,
fair
which is,
point.
I
I'm not
guess,
gonna
more
lie.
of a middle line, just
It's a fair
'cause,
point.
I can't do that, then I'm here. Never mind. So I'm on somewhat agree because I'm an actor, and when I go into casting calls, it only matters what I look like, and it only matters what race they think I am, which is a lot of times white, but sometimes I'll get called in for things that are not my ethnicity, and that's because of my career, that's what's important with that.
I've tried to hide some of my racial.
Never.
3,
Never.
2, 1, go.
The fact that there's hold on a minute, hold on. Tell me I'm not about to cook right now. And I was praying. Hold on a second. Listen. The question was, I tried to somewhat hide some of my racial identity. Right? Me and you can't hide it. Yeah, we can't. 82% of people agreed. Actually, let me move my cam so you can see the statistics. Look at the statistic. 80% agreed, right? Here's my problem with it, though. Do we not live in a world where everyone's on the internet saying be yourself and be proud of yourself and don't do this, don't let people judge you, don't let people do this and that? Bro, how can we all preach that but deep inside still try to hide stuff? Bro, y'all gotta understand, bro, you can't change nothing about you. Just be yourself. And I'm not saying that to be like everyone else on the internet who says it. I genuinely mean that. Never in my life have I once ever thought for a second to not be black. Like, what? I've never, not for a single second have I ever thought in my head, this is bad. Never. So I personally can't relate with this. I really can't. This one really threw me off, I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all.
Even throughout high school, I just pretended I was white completely. And there was a time when my dad picked me up from school. It was a whole thing, and people were saying like, oh, your dad's a terrorist. I had never experienced anything like that, or they'd ask me about it, they'd make bomb jokes, and it hurt to hear people saying stuff.
The under the bed jokes, man, couldn't get away from them. Turn the lights off. Hey, where'd Nolly go? Every time, bro. I could go on and on for days. I got caught Manta Black. I didn't even know what that was. If you Google it, it's the blackest material on the planet. I didn't even know that. I've literally heard it all. So I felt him. I felt him on that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Like that about my dad.
A similar thing happened to me, like when I was in elementary school.
Yeah.
My dad came and dropped
Happens
me off
though.
at school, and he's like a dark-skinned black man, and he's from the hood on top of that. So like he has a certain like aura to him, and a lot of people look at me like, "That's your dad?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's my dad." And they're like, "He looks so scary," and I'm like, "Why does he look scary to you? Why should he look scary to you?" And like the only thing that's keeping me away from this strongly disagree is because when I was younger, I just did not accept the black part of myself.
What?
And now I do.
I just want to say I'm really sorry, like, to both of you that you felt like you've been put in positions to feel like that. That's just like such a terrible thing to tell someone. No, you can't be every part of who you are.
These past couple years, I've been trying to like reconnect with that part because I shoved it down for so long, and it's been really heartbreaking. The amount of Nowruzes I missed and the Ramadans I didn't celebrate because I felt so uncomfortable about that.
I think it's important you're taking the steps. Though.
Okay, I see what they mean now.
I've never tried to hide any part of me. That's always been like the biggest thing for me. Growing up, like I was always proud to be white and I was always proud to be black. That's just how I was raised, and that's always how I was. And I just wanted to be me, so that's what I did.
The reason I'm on this line is because Western beauty standards suck. They really, really got to me. I would be really picky about how I would do my hair and how I would part my hair. And then when I would post YouTube videos or Instagram posts, I would color correct everything to be really blue so that I didn't look yellow. And it was just, like, I didn't want to post a photo of me outside because I thought my eyes looked too Asian. A lot of internalized things that made me feel,
yeah, that's sad.
made me hate
Not like in a
myself
bad
and my
way,
appearance.
but I feel
And
for her.
now I feel much more accepting of being mixed and being everything that I am, but I am here because I have felt.
I don't
like
know
I
for
wanted
sure or
to hide a
not,
part of me.
but I feel like she could have potentially confused being scared of her mixed race for just her normal beauty standard. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's what's happening or not, but for me, for what it sounds like is she's fixing her beauty stuff. And regardless of your race, everyone does that. Every single female, well, not every single, but majority of female do that on the internet. Let me filter this, that, just to look better. But I don't know how much of race that has to really do it. But either way, that is kind of, I feel for her right there. I'm not going to lie. I took some ugly pictures. I ain't gonna cap.
Because it would have been easier for me.
I agree. Like when I was younger, I used to want to be lighter. I used to get made fun of. I would always get the question, are you adopted? You're not Asian. And it just made me feel so bad about myself that I just was so confused because I didn't fit in any single pocket of anybody in any friend groups. I couldn't hang out with the Chinese kids because they're like, you don't look Chinese. I don't hang out with the black kids because I don't sound black. And they say I'm whitewashed. So I've
oh my gosh, bro. I hear that my whole life. I felt that in my soul. I'm not. Because I don't walk like this, I get that all the time. Because I don't. What's going on, twin? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Feel me? I try to. Come on, bro. Trying to say. You know what I mean? Like, trying to say, like, come on, bro. Like, come on, dude. Like, let's stop. But one thing I will say that she said that I don't agree with was I never looked at a friend group as in, like, I have to hang out with this people because they're this people. My friend group have all types of races in it. I was friends with white people, Asian people, black people, Hispanic people. I didn't have a friend group of full black people. Like, all my friend groups have, like, multiple people in them. Or I'm friends with multiple friend groups of multiple different people. You ain't whitewashed, they tripping? Hey, bro, I heard it, like, so many times, but it's all good. I ain't even tweaking.
What the hell am I?
Your friend group got every race. That's how it should be.
2, 1, go.
Maybe.
So I feel like I just have to say that when writing college essays, every single one of my essays was about being half Iranian and half white. Like when I was applying for scholarships, that's what I would talk about because it was something that I really felt passionate about, but also that something that I knew would catch people's interest. And I think I don't feel guilty about using that because I think it's a double-edged sword and there's lots of repercussions for being mixed race too.
Well, I kind of interpreted it differently. Like, I haven't really abused my power like that. Like, sure, that is a way like that, but like, I didn't.
How do you
I
use your
haven't
race
done
to your
anything else
advantage?
Besides that, on like my college apps.
So I don't know if I can do this, but maybe I'm gonna like straddle these two.
Have I ever done that?
Okay, then I'll.
I mean, I play basketball. I naturally jump harder than most people, but that's not me using that advantage. I think that's just genes. I can't do nothing about that. But like, I don't get the point of this question. Like, how do you abuse the advantages of your race? Like, I really don't get this.
daintily pose over here, but like my grandma is
Winning hide and
was
seek?
Jewish,
Like, I don't like.
and
What
I did go on Birthright, which is a free trip for people of Jewish descent. And even though I don't like identify a lot with the Jewish religion, I did get a free trip to Israel out of being part Jewish. So I guess that's like kind of something to my advantage. But I really loved my time there.
Hey,
companies want unique people?
Yeah.
free trip.
Yeah, but you know.
I've like gotten like jobs for being half Asian, for like I worked at mostly predominantly Asian businesses, and as soon as I say I speak fluent Cantonese, I got the job.
But that's like a skill.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
doesn't
That's a
make out of
skill.
it.
Like,
It's a
No,
skill
I
that you
love
have.
it. No, trust me, but it does get me job opportunities better than other people who are like, you know, white or black who get the same positions, but they would hire me because I'm half Asian and like I speak.
that's not you using an advantage. That's the other person just being a racist. Actually, I'm not saying racist. That's a strong word. That's the other person being unfair and I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't think you can use your race as an advantage. I think other people will judge you differently because of your race, but you personally cannot use that to your advantage. I don't think so.
Language and stuff.
Okay, I moved because I was thinking more about the question. When I
I think
first
it's
heard
just
the
more
question, I was thinking,
opportunities,
like,
but
do I have any
that's
kind
not
of
you using it.
advantage? And
Yeah.
then I was thinking about how like being part white does give me some privilege and like some advantages, but I don't think I've used that for like scholarships or any of that. And I try to really stay conscious when I'm in like an Asian space to not take up too much of the space because of my whiteness, you know? Like it's like
But
it's a
still
fine
your
line.
space. Like, you're still
Yeah,
Asian.
I guess I've always been kind of cautious about that. But thinking more about the question, I was like, no, I should be on this side.
The issue of racism can be solved by interracial love.
Nope.
3, 2,
Nope.
Is
Nope.
this from the audience?
See, everyone knows. It's cap.
There are way too many articles about an interracial couple where it's later find out that the white part is saying a racial slur about their child. Just to boil it down to like love, it really can't be done.
First of all, that. Second of all, there's a lot of, sorry to name names, but like a lot of white women who want to get with black men trying to achieve their light-skinned baby who's like just the perfect amount of tan with the perfect amount of curls.
Yeah, like raise your hand if you've heard someone be like, oh my gosh, I would have such gorgeous mixed babies. Like, definitely heard that, and we're all.
Hey, if y'all want to, hey, white women. I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, if y'all trying to like, you know what I mean, like, hey, I mean, I'm not gonna argue. Like, I'm not mad. Like,
Gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, but that's super problematic to say.
Like, I'm
one,
supposed to
and
be
two,
mad at that?
I'm over
Like,
here
am I
because,
supposed to
like,
be
there's,
angry?
Like, no one solution to racism.
Let me make it really clear that a white person having a kid with a black person does not mean that that person does not have racist tendencies or is not discriminatory at all. I love my dad to death, but sometimes he just says things where it's like, you shouldn't be saying that.
Plus, like, even in like a future, if like America becomes super mixed and like everybody's mixed, if not racism, we'll still have like colorism and different nuances within racism. It's not gonna go away just because people are more mixed. Like you can say
That is
like,
true.
people are the future or whatever, but it's not gonna solve
there's
racism.
always a hierarchy in life, no matter what we're doing. Money, status, jobs, race. There's always gonna be a hierarchy. No one will ever be the same equal as somebody else. Body shape. Everyone always finds some way to classify somebody else as better. Doesn't matter what it is. So that alone should tell you that racism is never going to go nowhere. But this was a great video, I'm not going to lie. This was a great video. This was a great video. Let's spread peace, love, and positivity 2024. Let's stop talking about racist. Let's start talking about heart. Ooh, I'm spitting so crazy. Let's start talking about heart. Great video, though. Subscribe to Jubilee.